Hey everybody, Jared here with CasualCrusader.com, bringing you episode 5 of our Casual Commander series. This week we're playing Iconic Tribals, which for small races in Magic are humans, merfolk, zombies, goblins, and elves. Let's start with you, Chris. What are you bringing to the table this week?
I'll be playing Krenko Mob Boss.
And what's the style of your deck?
Get as many goblins as I can on the field, and then I'm going to double them.
Pretty straightforward. How about you, CJ? What are you bringing to the table?
I'll be using Agrus Kos, Wojek veteran. Basically, he's a human soldier. I'm using humans. It's a white-red deck, and basically I'm having the same sort of status strategy as Chris, just to get as many soldiers or humans as I can out.
And I'll be joining you guys in strategy with Grim Corpseborn, trying to get a lot of zombie tokens into play. Zombie tokens tend to be 2/2s, while goblins and human tokens tend to be 1/1s, but they tend to be a little bit slower to get them into play. So hopefully you guys don't just overrun me before I can get going. So with that, we will jump into the game. We've already rolled dice and drawn hands. I've won the die roll, and we'll play first. So I'll draw. Here we go. And Guildgate in tapped, and I'll pass to CJ.
Okay. I'll do Temple of Triumph. Comes in tapped and enters. I scry one.
While you're scrying, I should mention that the pre-made commander decks that Wizards of the Coast puts out, they'll be having new ones this fall, which also happen to be tribal decks. They haven't announced what the tribes are, so could be these ones, could be any mix. There's only going to be 4 decks, so I imagine there'll probably be two tribes in a deck.
Go ahead.
Mr. Basic Land, huh?
Yeah, basic lands are good.
Goblins are basic.
And I'm gonna get things going early. Playing a Metallic Mimic, naming zombies. So Metallic Mimic is a zombie, and each other zombie I control enters with a 1/1 counter on it. Go ahead, CJ.
Okay. And I'll pass the turn. Nothing for 2.
Start with Goblin Pile Driver. When he attacks, they get +2/+0 for each other attacking goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Protection from blue. Go ahead.
Very good. We got another land out there. And I'm gonna get you CJ for 2.
Yeah. Okay. I'll remember that.
Go ahead.
All right, we'll get a mountain out. And yeah, we'll do Transcendent Master. And pass the turn.
I had to read that for a minute, remind myself what it did.
Good old level cards.
Yep. Cool art though on that one.
Yeah, I do like them.
So I'm going to go ahead and play Goblin Recruiter, which lets me, when it comes into play, search your library for any number of goblin cards you choose, reveal those cards, and then shuffle your library and put them on top in any order.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to start piling them here, and then I'll shuffle and put them on top of my deck.
Card's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. $1.80 for one in mint condition.
Now that you're seeing my whole deck.
Well, I had a hunch what was in there.
Okay, let's see.
This means he has at least 2 more mana in his hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think you'd be surprised.
Who doesn't have 2 more mana in their hand?
So I'm going to shuffle, close this, and it shuffles my deck.
All right, but before you put those back on top, you're all
Go
okay.
ahead.
Chris has picked the cards to put on top, and just so you guys can see him scroll through them quickly. That could be trouble there. And there you go. All right, Chris, go ahead and put those on top as you like.
Alrighty, moving to attack. And I'll pass.
All right. All right, that's what I wanted to see. Basic lands. And with those basic lands, might be the wrong choice. Only because I can't block, but it seems good. Risen Executioner. Other zombies I control get +1/+1, and I can cast him from my graveyard. And thanks to Metallic Mimic, he comes in with a 1/1 counter. And I will... Let's see, it makes Metallic Mimic a 3/2. I'm tempted to attack you, Chris, but I don't want to start a grudge match here.
Yeah. Go for it.
Nah, I'll pass.
Okay. We're getting it started now. Gonna go Bruce Tarl.
Old Bruce.
Bruce.
When he enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. That'll go to Transcendent Master. And we'll go to attack. Boop.
Thumbs up from me.
I'll block. Recruiter dies, and you'll gain 6.
Cool. Pass. Good old Bruce.
Let's do this here. Goblin Ringleader. When he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards. Put all goblins revealed this way in your hand. The rest of the bottom of the library in any order.
It's a nice little combo with the recruiter.
He's got to hope 1 is land or he's going to have to drop 1.
That's okay. He has haste and protection from blue. Doesn't really help.
Not yet, but a little later.
So I'm going to pass, and then I'm going to have to discard.
Yep.
This probably isn't the best move, but I'll get rid of my bracers.
Yeah, that's a good one. For my turn, I'm drawing all the non-zombie cards. Adaptive Automaton. When it enters, choose a creature type. I'm going to choose zombies, obviously. So Adaptive Automaton is a zombie, and other creatures I control of the chosen type get +1/+1. So all my creatures... He doesn't pump himself, but he's going to get pumped by the Risen Executioner.
And Metallic Mimic.
Yes, and he gets a counter from Metallic Mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Good call, thank you.
Sweet zombies.
robot zombies. And just for scoffing at me, I'm gonna attack Chris for 6.
I'll take 6.
All right. Go ahead, CJ.
Okay. Oops. Let's play it first. And we'll bring out Archetype of Courage.
Big fan of that one. That's a good one.
Start attack. Boom.
And Bruce gets a trigger.
I will throw it on Transcendent Master.
Okay, I'll block him.
You take 3 and I gain 6.
Up to 50. Good old Bruce.
Go ahead. I should have leveled up.
You can at the end of my turn. You can still do that.
As a sorcerer?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've ever leveled up something. That's an ugly dude.
Are there any handsome goblins?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Another good draw for me. I think this is probably a terrible card, but I have a soft spot for it. Undead Alchemist. I think it was with you guys I was drafting, and nobody wanted these, and I ended up with like 3 of them.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a good time. So he's gonna get a counter from Metallic Mimic, and then he's gonna get pumped by the Automaton and the Executioner, make him pretty beefy.
Beefy.
So for folks who aren't familiar with this guy, if a zombie I control will deal damage to a player, instead of dealing damage, that player puts that many cards from the top of their deck into their graveyard, and when they hit a creature doing that, I get a 2/2 zombie. So, CJ, I'm gonna come at you for 14.
Cheapers. Lightning Bolt?
Yep, you got him.
I'll block the 6.
Sure. Alright, so you're gonna mill 4 cards.
Oh, Sarah's Ascendant, no!
And assemble. Oh, that was a really good mill. Very pleased with that. So that's two creatures. I get 2 zombies.
Damn.
I'm gonna make those zombies and pass the turn.
I'm just gonna kill myself.
You can level up your guy, by the way.
Sorcery speed.
Oh, right, never mind. We went over that.
Yeah, we went over that.
I'm upset.
Alright, there's the 2 zombies. And those 2 zombies are both bigger thanks to the Automaton and the Executioner.
So if you get another land, you can pump your guy to level 6 on this turn, get a 6/6 flyer, double strike lifeline. Seems good.
Who flies?
Oh, never mind. He looks like he should be flying in that picture.
He's hovering. He just skims the ground. But I can certainly at least pump him up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's got lifelink on his own. All right, we'll do yellow. He's level 6. And pass my turn. I'll just end there.
So, Chris, can you kill that before it becomes indestructible next turn?
No, I just played Goblins.
I'm more worried about Jared's creatures than my 9/9 indestructible lifelink. I'm just gonna be gaining life. Can I actually kill people?
Let's do Goblin Chieftain for
Mhm.
for 2, because goblins cost 1 less. And they all get +1, +0, +1, +1, and haste. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Chieftain doesn't get it.
No, it doesn't. For 1, I want to add 1 mana pool for each goblin in play. So I have 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then for 3 of them, I'm going to play Krenko, who has haste. And I'm going to tap him and put a goblin into play where X is the number of goblins I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
I'm suddenly not so worried about the Transcendent Master.
They're all 2/2 and hasty.
so is Krenko. He's 4/4. Oh boy.
I think you get 1 extra goblin there.
All right. You guys got pretty big guys over there still. So I get 2 mana still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sacrifice 2 goblins to my Skirk Prospector and use my other 2 mana, so 4 total, to play Siege Gang Commander. Enters the battlefield, put 3 red goblins tokens in the battlefield. Oh, look at this. So I could sacrifice 2 goblins to deal 2 damage. So I'd have to sacrifice a lot to kill CJ's guy.
Might be worth it, though.
Sorry, still thinking. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to attack. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'll pass.
Oh boy, what do we do from here?
Every man for himself.
Well, I was gonna offer to be on your side, but if we're doing every man for himself, I'm gonna destroy that non-artifact creature.
Ooh. Meanwhile, you're telling me to sacrifice 6 goblins to kill his guy.
I think you'd have to sacrifice 9 to get there, but yeah, I was hoping you would.
Oh yeah, even more. Telling me it's worth it and such.
Worth it, man.
All right, CJ.
What?
I'm coming for you.
Why?
Because That's 25 there. Keeping in mind they don't do damage, you just mill that many cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a hunch that your deck is creature packed. Yep. And so that'll be 18 cards you'll flip over.
Yeah.
And hopefully this way I can at least match the number of goblins temporarily.
Is there a better way to do this?
No,
No.
not that I know of.
So while that's going on, his guy just dealt 3 damage to your undead alchemist, who's a 7/5. I'm gonna sacrifice 3 goblins to 2 to skirt prospector to deal 2 damage to target creature.
Yep, that's fine.
11, 12. $18.
All right, and I'm counting 8 creatures there. Feel free to double check my counting.
Yep, neat. You're just gonna mill me.
Well, I'd like to be going for Chris, but I need
you have 4
blockers
4s
for
and
Chris.
he has 3 3s.
Pass the turn.
2 2s.
And 2 2s.
Don't worry, CJ. We'll make your death quick and painless.
Mm. Wind-scarred crag enters the battlefield tapped, and I gain a life.
See, it's cards like that, CJ, that make us target you.
I'm at 51 because Jared's not dealing damage.
Yeah, your life total's too high. We have to get you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it? Yeah. We'll bring in Agros. And we'll pass the turn.
To be honest, I'm regretting killing your transcendent master
Why?
because it probably was correct. I don't really know. I would have liked to point that at Krenko, but it would have been really easy for Chris to just play it again, and it would have haste.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that wouldn't have actually done anything, but Krenko makes me nervous.
As he should. I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 to cast him. Whenever a goblin you control becomes blocked, sacrifice it, and if you do, it deals 4 damage to each creature blocking it.
All right.
We'll go for 1, 2. I'm going to play Goblin General. When he attacks, goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Both those guys are bigger. They have haste. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 goblins, so let's tap Krenko and make 11 more goblins.
And so I die.
I was gonna say that fumigate that I milled from you would be real good right about now.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Goblin General is going to lead the way with all my tokens at Jared. Do I want to attack with anyone else? I think I'm good. So, those guys are all 3/3s.
It's 45 damage.
Oh boy. Well, I should probably block a few of those.
Keep in mind, if you block, I'm going to sacrifice my goblin, and it's going to deal 4 damage to each creature blocking.
Right.
That one creature.
Well, I got 8 untapped zombies. I'm gonna block. I'll block the general for sure, and then Oh boy, this is terrible. Block the general for sure, and then I'll go ahead and block six of the zombies, or 6 of the goblins.
Okay.
So that'll leave me with one zombie. One zombie left that's untapped. You know what? Let's go ahead and just block with that zombie too. Throw one more goblin in there.
Okay, so you're blocking 7. You're blocking 8 of them total. So all your zombies will die.
Yes, and I'm
all
taking.
My goblins will be sacrificed.
And it looks like I'm taking 21.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 times
7.
7. I will. Let's see.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
I think I'm good, so I will pass. Oops.
Boy, I think we're in trouble here, CJ.
Yeah, you kind of screwed us.
Well, I mean, I screwed us.
You made me mill my fumigate.
Yeah, I don't know how much we could have actually done here against Krenko.
I could have played fumigate.
I suppose you could have. Damn it. Now I don't have the alchemist, so I can't really make more zombies. Best I've got is playing victimized. I can choose 2 target creatures in my graveyard, sacrifice a creature. If I do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. So I'm going to sacrifice a zombie token. And I'm going to get back Metallic Mimic, Undead Alchemist, which will come in with a counter because of the Mimic. And then they both get pumped +2/+2 for the Automaton and the Executioner. And don't block, CJ. That's 14 heading your way.
Well, I wasn't going to block anyway.
All right.
I'm not going to lose my one creature out there.
Oh, come on. All right, there's 1, 2. So I'm counting 5 zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I was hoping for a lot more than that.
And you got rid of my false prophet too. Another exile all creatures.
When it's put into the battlefield, or put into the
Sure,
put
I
into
could
the
have blocked
graveyard.
you. I could have blocked anyone that's attacking me.
All these zombies are coming in with counters for Metallic Mimic, and boy, I think that's probably the end of the game.
God damn it, Jared.
I had to try something.
Yeah, sure you did. We'll go Bastion Protector. Commander creatures I control get +2/+2 and are indestructible. And Kargan Dragonlord.
All right.
We'll bring him up to level 2.
Only level 1. Needs red mana.
No, he does. Hmm.
That's fair.
5/5 indestructible.
That's fair.
Wait, 7/7.
7/7.
7/7. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take the 7.
What? Really?
I don't. Well, no. I guess I'll throw a zombie in front of it. I'll save myself more life by blocking this thing than a goblin, so I'll block with the zombie.
Okay. We'll pass.
Oh man.
Just end me.
End it now.
Just
Goblin Lookout. Sacrifice a goblin. All goblins get +2/+0 to end turn.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Hmm. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's Kiki Jiki. Putting a copy of Goblin Chieftain. So all my goblins will get +4 +2/+2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that covers it for the most part. I'm gonna go ahead and crank them now. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You have a mana free too. Kiki Jiki costs 1 less.
So I paid 1 for Lookout, and then I paid 4 for Kiki.
I didn't even realize Lookout came out this turn. Just too many creatures on the field.
What do you say, CJ? Do we just scoop it up?
All right, so I'll go back. What I did was I just used Krenko. I doubled all my goblins. I just used Goblin Lookout and sacrificed one of the tokens I just made. So all my goblins are going to get +2/+0. Now, I am going to figure out who I'm attacking.
Should we do him a courtesy and scoop it, CJ?
No.
All right. Go ahead and do the math, Chris.
So there's 10 going to Jared. And the math for that was 1. You have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. So I'm sending.
Yeah, four will get through, and I'll be dead.
Now for CJ.
Do it. Send 51 at me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 50. So I'll send 1, 2. I'll send those.
Why just that many?
Why enough for me to stay alive?
Don't worry about it, Jared.
I take it all.
What? No, block.
I'm not letting you do what you want.
So I'll show you what I had.
Lightning bolt.
No. So I was going to sacrifice 2 goblins after and play Mob Justice, which deals 1 damage for each creature I control the target player.
Gotcha. All right. I will scoop it up there, and we'll do a quick recap wrap up here. So Chris is the big winner with Krenko. So we'll let you go first, Chris. What did you think of your Krenko deck?
Well, I think you guys left Krenko alive far too long. If he's around for more than 1 turn out on the field, then it's going to be painful. Goblin Recruiter was clutch, putting all the goblin cards I needed on top.
Yeah, it definitely left him around, but it was it's tough. Like I said, I could have killed him with the go for the throat, but then you would have easily played him the next turn and would have had haste. So you could have done it anyway, so I couldn't really stop you. But yeah, definitely for a tribal deck. Of no fault of your own, it was a less than casual, but it just happened to be that the Goblin tribe is one of the oldest supported tribes in Magic, so they've got a lot of depth and a lot of quality cards in there.
It's worth noting cards like Goblin War Chief and Chieftain, they're all under $5. Siege Commander is a popular one that was just reprinted.
Yeah, I just have one of those in the mail on its way to me from Puka Trade. Not too expensive, so it's for such a powerful deck. It's relatively cheap for commander decks. I mean, you still got to buy 100 cards, but as far as commander deck goes, it's not too expensive. The Grim Green deck I was excited to play today because it's based on a deck that I have in paper and play in real life. I made some slight variations. The one that I actually play has a couple of infinite combos, which infinite combos aren't very casual. So I edited those out and put in a couple of replacement cards that I was meaning to try out. So if you want to head to casualcrusader.com, we'll have the full deck list there, and I'll put in an explanation of what the infinite combos I had in my deck was. And it's worth noting that we're recording this between the Amonkhet pre-release and the set, I believe, officially comes out this Friday. So there are a couple zombie cards that are definitely worth consideration in Amonkhet. but they're not available in the service we're using to run the game. So again, if you head over to casualcrusader.com, in my write-up with the deck, I'll include the zombies from Amonkhet that I think are worth consideration in a zombie EDH deck. All right. Last but not least, we got CJ. What do you think of your humans?
I didn't get a chance.
You had your chance.
Just out of the ones you milled, I had Fumigate, Oblivion Ring, the False Prophet, and Celestial Purge that I could have gotten rid of Krenko with.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll mill Chris.
Yeah.
Speaking of next time, since Chris is the big winner with the Goblins and Krenko, he will get to keep his tribe. CJ and I will choose between ourselves the other two tribes that we left out, which are Merfolk and Elves. So we'll give those a try next time and see if we can't take down Krenko and each other. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a like on YouTube. Leave a comment, let us know you enjoyed it, and please get in touch on Facebook, on Twitter. It's facebook.com/casualcrusader and twitter.com or on Twitter at casual_crusader. So wherever you're watching this video, leave a comment, let us know that you liked it, and share it with your friends. Hope you'd enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Chris and CJ, for playing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.